This is 2012 Mercedes W176 and I just finished replacing the sunroof roller blind. This is a aftermarket replacement from China, from AliExpress. And what was the most difficult part? This is the 2012 production year, so it came with different roller blind from factory. Until April 2013, as I remember, was this kind of mounts, and I successfully installed this CLA W117 roller blind in this 2012 model. It was my second try. First replacement was finished with unlucky damaged roller blind after 2 passes, but this video I will make just to prove you it's worth trying to put this replacement for 60 or 70 US dollars instead of original roller blind for around 500 or 400 dollars, because if you order in your Mercedes dealer by VIN number to this model 2012, you will get a new type of roller sun blind, which comes together with new sun blind cables, guide cables, and then to replace the cables you must dismount the ceiling and put everything down to get to the roller blind motor and replace the cables, which is too much job just to replace the roller blind for me. So I was trying again and I finally managed to make this functioning and get this replacement. Okay, so this is 2012 mount, and what is the difference? In newer version you will have different design of this side mounts of the roller blind. This is disconnected from the original body of the roller blind, and what you have to do, I will just try to rig my phone. In the roller blind guides you must cut out around 23 millimeters of the old guides to get possibility to install this later year CLA roller blind. Without cutting this on both sides, this distance around 23 millimeters, I will put in description how much was exactly. You will not be able to install the newer version because it was originally clipping here, and when you were replacing the roller blind you had to click it in this place, but they discontinued to produce this type of roller blind, and in newer version the mount on the side is different design, so you have to shorten this distance of each side roller blind guide rail. This is plastic, it's easy to cut with oscillating saw or multi-tool, how you call it. After this upgrade I just make one more thing to make it work, and I will now open the roof and show you. So another problem with my sunroof was that the plastics holding the front side was damaged. It's a very common issue with these plastics lying all around, crushed here in these rails. You must remove all the remainings. Without this plastic the roof will be not able to open on the higher speeds, and also it will be jumping on your back of the roof because it will be lying directly on your paint, which you don't want to scratch. So this to replace with original parts. Of course you need to drop the ceiling down and remove the frame of the sunroof completely. Some people try to bend the rails away and install the original parts. I came to the different solution from eBay, and somebody in France is producing 3D printed these parts, which comes with securing by steel pins, and you can easily mount it in opposite direction and just twist it, lock, slide it back, pop the roof inside and install these steel pins with any tool you have, screwdriver or something, just push it in. And now, together with this, roof is secured. You can open it at any speed and close it, and it will be not giving any noises. To remove the glass panel, it's hard to see, but you have two Torx 25 on each side, and you just remove the screws, on two on here and two on the other side, and with help of another person you slide it forward from the rear mounts. You slide it forward, you press the wind deflector together with another person by hand and continue pulling to the forward, and you will disconnect the roof. Installation is basically the opposite of removal. So this is my solution to get it fixed without dropping the ceiling. And of course, adjustment. If you loosen the screw, you can adjust later up and down a little bit, maybe 3 millimeters up and down, to get the flush with this trim here. And I also replaced the outer gasket, which is bounded by double-sided tape, very strong one originally. Then I clean it with rubber disc, wipe it with alcohol, and install the new gasket just to prevent leaking, because it's already 11-year-old car and was a little bit blowing while driving or when using the air conditioner on higher speed. You could hear the noise of wind blowing from the sunroof. And this is the main gasket, the outer one. You just stick it back. Yeah, so no, not so much job, but it was not easy to figure out because not so much materials in the internet. And after that, everything should be fine now. So again, this is the original 2012 roller blind side plastic, together with cutted 23 millimeters of this original roller blind guide rail, and the new design of replacement, which was my first and mounted without success, is designed like this. So if you don't remove this few millimeters, which is exactly the same size of this, you will not be able to install the new design after 2013, this 2012 models. And what I do later, I secure with plastic screw, which comes with some universal plastic clips, and I will try to show you. I block the plastic roller blind guide rail to prevent it from sliding forward, just with forcing the plastic screw in. And because originally the guide rail is clipped with this small notch, and after you cut it, you will not have any kind of mounting between the roller blind body and the guide rail. So just push it maximum to be flush with the mount, and to prevent moving it away forward, squeeze something plastic here on both sides. This is plastic screw, and on the other side as well. This will prevent sliding out. This is also Phillips plastic screw, just pushed by screwdriver. Here normally you can slide out the rail, and to prevent it being done without my knowledge, I just put these screws. And as you see, the guide rail, which is here, it's not possible to move it by finger anymore when it's locked with the screw. So this is good, this is safe. And then grease it with some silicone lube, and everything should be fine. And why you cannot buy just by Mercedes dealer by VIN number the roller blind, I will also show you on original roller blind what is the difference in this mounting place for the roller blind. They change it for the screw. So this is my safety spare part just left for the future in case the cheap roller blind will fail. This is the same side design as the AliExpress Chinese replacement, but this part is dedicated to my car by VIN number, so I cannot return it because it was ordered by VIN number. They refused to take it back from me, so I will keep it as a replacement. In case I will need install it to my current setup, I will just need to slightly pull out these trim pieces, remove the spring, and replace the trim pieces of this plastic with the old design, which is used together with the clips, not with the screw. They also attach together with this roller blind the cables, but to replace the cable, guys, you must make a pretty big job with removing the sealing. So I will just keep this roller blind. I will just keep this roller blind as a spare part in case of future fail of the cheap roller blind. But I think it's not a big deal. Just slide out this plastic, which they changed later for the screw type, and install back plastics from replacement, which is secured by clip. So this will be only modification. I will need to install original Mercedes roller blind in case of this what I installed now will fail.